Hey guys, this is your best boxing friends. I'm Kelsey. This is Rachel. Rachel, did you see Canelo Alvarez stop Sergey Kovalev on Saturday night?
Canelo
Who? Who?
Yes. Very exciting. The fight itself, very exciting because I don't know, like I just saw like a lot from Canelo, and I didn't know how this fight was going to be. Like some people were like, Kovalev's way too big, is absolutely ridiculous, and then other people were like, no, Canelo cherry picked this. Kovalev's not recovered from his last fight. It's going to be so easy for Canelo, and I just really like didn't know. And then we had a lot of interviews with Canelo pre-fight, leading up like during the undercard, and even he himself wasn't displaying the kind of confidence that
Yeah.
you might see like when he's at middleweight.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, I don't know,
He certainly fought a very technical fight in that he wasn't in a rush to get in close to Kovalev, especially early in the fight, and he wasn't going to just walk in there and let Kovalev tee off on him. I also thought Kovalev did a smart thing in using his jab in the fight, trying to keep Canelo at a distance. He was hesitant, that is, Kovalev was hesitant, to throw his right hand, his power punch, his hard punch, because Canelo Alvarez, every time Kovalev tried to do that, would hit him to the body, which a lot of people said would happen and did happen. Some people, after the fact, think that Sergey Kovalev took a dive. Rachel, what do you say to those accusations?
He needs to be like, movie makers need to be calling up Kovalev to star in their movie, because I don't even know what the right word is, but the way he was knocked out.
Yeah, it was like the most amazing acting that I've ever seen in my life inside of a boxing ring, because just imagine the level of just commitment to the character he had to do, and to allowing his head to be whipped around all those times in a row when Canelo hit him to knock him out. So basically, you think that that's dumb. It's dumb. I'll say it. It's dumb.
My opinion is that when I saw that on Twitter, like I'm not on Twitter all the time, but sometimes during fight cards I am. I just overlooked that. Like I didn't feel, in my opinion, there wasn't enough evidence to show that.
That's a long way of saying that it's dumb. It's dumb.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion, and if you have, you feel really strong about that.
Everyone is entitled to having a dumb opinion. I thought the performance by Canelo was excellent. I thought that he...
Well, can we talk about the discipline? Because you brought it up earlier. The discipline...
Earlier in our real lives.
No, in this show. Just a little while ago.
Oh.
Yeah, you said
and in our real lives.
That Canelo stuck to his plan. And that is discipline. Like, he stuck to, like, what he went in... Because let me bring up, to show, like, the contrast. When we saw Andy Lee fight Chavez Jr.,
oh, my guy Andy Lee.
We love Andy Lee.
We drove like 47 hours to El Paso to see that fight, to see Andy Lee.
We drove to the other side of Texas, and
it was a long way.
It was like 11 hours.
Great trip. I'm really glad we did.
So it was so much fun. But Andy Lee got in, and he was doing so good, right? But Andy Lee has like this passion, is what I'm going to call it, and he got like,
he got drug in to stand in the pocket.
Right, into a brawl with Chavez Jr., who just like...
was bigger,
used his weight and his size.
I don't know what kind of drug testing they were doing back then. There were some questions as to just how jacked he was.
Andy Lee, had he stayed to like in the plan. Yeah. And so I just want to point out
it's hard to do that.
That it is hard to do that. And that when you go into a fight, you have decisions to make of how you're going to approach fights. And Canelo, I have seen him fight in different ways for different people, and that takes discipline. And when he came in for Kovalev, he was very disciplined and aware. He wasn't like overly confident that he was going to just win this fight, or that's what I got from him.
No, he knew what kind of
that's really important too, because sometimes I feel like I hear people who are like, oh, well, the fighter has to be like, I'm gonna win, like completely living outside of reality sometimes, and I just feel like this is a case where like, well, maybe the fighter can live in reality, do his best, and still like come out the winner.
I'm definitely interested in seeing what he does from here. There's a lot of good title holders at 175. Dmitry Bivol, Artur Beterbiev is the other unified title holder.
Yeah.
And lineal champion. Also, think about this. Canelo is widely, I wrote about this for This Week Science. Canelo is supposedly the 4th Mexican to win a world title in 4 different weight classes. However, I don't know when we started including regular WBA, that is secondary WBA titles, into that discussion.
Yeah.
The other 3 are Jorge Arce, Juan Manuel Marquez, and Eric Morales. All 3 of those guys won legitimate one of the 4 top alphabet titles or a lineal title, and sometimes both. Listen, I think if Canelo Alvarez wants really to be the 4th person from Mexico to win world titles in 4 different weight classes, he should fight Callum Smith next. That's a fight that can be made at 168. That's the real WBA champion. Yeah. And that's a tremendous fight. And I don't know if Canelo can win it. I'd love to see it.
Yeah. Yeah. There's so much that like Canelo can do, and what is really like enticing to me is that he performed very well against Kovalev.
He always gets better.
He was a smaller guy. What if he still improves at 175? Like, what if he has room to grow and improve? I was like, oh, what if he just gets better? Yeah. Like, and this was a pretty great showing. I mean, and to give you another comparison, we just saw Mikey Garcia go up in weight, and we were like, you know what? Go back down, Mikey.
Chillax, Mikey.
But like with Canelo, like I'm like, oh, I think he really can campaign at this weight, you know?
Yeah. So exciting. We're glad that you campaigned with us here on Real Talk with Kelsey and Rachel. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribers. Kelsey, I'm Kelsey. Rachel, tell them what they won.
Oh, more of us?
That's right. It's the best present ever. More of us. Like, comment, subscribe. See you later.